Today, Positively Philly is bringing you to the Betsy Ross house. It's a place where tourists and natives come to appreciate the history of our city. But I thought it would be a little bit more authentic if I really got into character for this interview. Here we go. I think we're ready to interview the director of the Betsy Ross house. Lisa, I'm going to welcome you on in. What is it like when people are seeing all of this history come to life before your eyes? You guys know this better than anyone, and people must be mystified every single day.
I see the most jaded teenager, like, completely into the experience. I mean, I have teenagers myself. I know they're hard to please, but there have been numerous times where I've just been walking through the house and I see these teenage visitors, either here on school trips or with their families, just transfixed on Betsy and having a conversation with her. It's really great.
Yeah, it's a fantastic story, and we get to meet her when we come through these gates, and I think the realistic experience that you get is really a hallmark of what historical Philadelphia brings to tourists and to natives. Like we said, you probably get a mix of people from way out of town, maybe even out of the country.
I mean, anybody's welcome, but like we do a lot of community programs because we have this really fantastic courtyard.
Beautiful.
And the Old City community loves using it. We have pop-up beer gardens.
Love it.
And it's just a lovely place to have lunch or whatever. So yeah, people come literally from all parts of the globe, and a lot of Philadelphians use our space too.
Totally. That's what I was kind of surprised to see when I came. Of course, I came way back when I was young with my family to get the whole tour and get the full experience. But when we arrived today, you see people reading a book in the courtyard, having their lunch, like you said. And it's nice to know that people get to appreciate this space for what it is.
We, of course, jump on the whole spooky bandwagon.
Love it.
Just yesterday, I had visitors ask me, like, tell me some ghost stories about this place. Is it haunted? We do have some, and you can hear those ghost stories by visiting the Betsy Ross house in the fall. We also do spooky themed tours of the Betsy Ross house. So we dim the lights. We put additional macabre facts about life in the 18th century on the tour. And then even Betsy tells a more, you know, spooky and eerie story about life in the 18th century.
Yeah, anytime you can come and take the tour for yourself, and that's what we're going to do today. Do you think we can meet Betsy today?
Of course, she'd love to meet you.
We're going to meet her coming up. Thanks, Lisa.
Yeah, of course.
Welcome to my upholstery shop. I am Elizabeth Ross, or Betsy if we are friends, and I do hope we will be friends. So of course, call me Betsy.
Betsy Ross, thanks for having us.
Oh, indeed, it is my pleasure to have you here.
It must be fun to get so many visitors from near and far in your shop. What's your favorite thing to tell them when they pass through?
Well, I love most to tell them about a very important visit I had earlier this summer with three very important gentlemen.
Who were they?
And they were George Ross, who was the uncle of my late husband. They were Robert Morris, the wealthiest man in Philadelphia, and George Washington himself.
This is the trio that can really make things happen. What happened next?
Well, they came to me with a design for a flag. Now, as we are in an upholstery shop, you may be able to tell, upholstery is my trade, not flag making.
Right.
I had never made a flag before in my life. I told them as such, and I said, well, I do not know, but I will try. And they brought me a design for a flag. And of course, I could complete it, but I did have a few suggestions.
What were they? What did the original look like?
Now, the original was a square flag. It had red and white stripes, 13 of them. And in the corner, there was a field of blue with 13 six-pointed stars.
Oh, now that's a little different than the one we know and love, right? That's where your edit comes in?
Indeed, indeed. And they did enjoy my adjustments. Now, that was one of the ones I made. I also recommended the flag be rectangular, and that you organize these stars in some sort of shape, such as a cross or perhaps a circle, and they were partial to the circle.
I have a feeling this really caught on. They seem to like the idea.
Indeed, I think so.
Is it hard to make a 5-pointed star, though?
Well,
is that a pain in the neck?
No, not at all, and I will demonstrate. One starts with a piece of scrap paper such as this, or perhaps fabric, of course, when you are making the flag. You fold it once, like so. And just upon itself, you fold again, and it's very important to have the tip here lined up correctly, so you may have an even star. And once again, make sure all creases are pressed. Then, one flips over the star and folds one more time, again keeping all creases as even as possible. Then, it is time for the scissors. Take your scissors and at an angle, one snips and one go, and unfolds. It's really quite simple. I hope I helped in some way and my expertise was helpful.
I think it was. Betsy, thanks for having us.
Of course, it is my pleasure.
Very
nice, Rachel. Well, if you're looking to meet Betsy yourself, you can check out the information on your screen or find the replay of the segment on phl17.com/positively.